Hey, Michael, sending you another video. Going to reply to some of more of your questions that you asked me in the last one. And I haven't done any pre-thinking about this. I'm just going to read the next one. The next thing you asked is, what would make BitterClip fundable? So the question is like, use BitterClip as a case study, an early product, a few paying customers, technical founder, raw but real. What would make this fundable? Okay, so BitterClip is it like in the space, or is a competitor to Opus Clip, or maybe even the likes of Descript, Riverside, companies like that, but it doesn't have all the all the functionality of those more advanced tools. So what makes it fundable? Mm, uh, Maybe it's just, is it addressing a space that has the potential for, say, $100 million in annual in recurring revenue? Like, can you get to $100 million in ARR? And if so, then maybe that at least puts you at like $1 billion valuation. I'm just doing 10x top line. It's probably something in that range. And what makes it fundable? Well, right now it's like, one person using it. The main thing that I would want to see if I was going to be investing in it is growth. You built something that works. Okay, great. And now what does traction look like? How many customers do you have? But not just do you have right now, it's how many are you adding every week? So this is really, really early. So I would look at week over week growth, customer growth, and then eventually look at month over month. Once it starts getting into month over month, you want to be doing at least 20% a month for like 3 months in a row. It'd be great if there was no advertising spend. That means people are telling their friends about it. There's a referral, a built-in, some type of referral working. Like, that would be obviously very fundable, very awesome business. But if you were spending, that's okay, as long as the lifetime value is at least is greater than 3 to 1. So if you're spending $100 to acquire a customer, they're at least going to earn you $300 or more. Ideally, maybe it's more like $900. And over the course of their lifetime. So it doesn't even have to be in the first year or anything like that. But in the beginning, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to see how many customers you can get week over week. And so you have to get it to some like scale, or to some, not scale, to some sufficiently good production quality where somebody can do something. They can solve some problem that they have. Probably that means it's good to be very targeted at a specific group, so that you can go and kind of exploit this one little thing that all these, content creators making content about, I don't know, they're making content on the golf course, and we do this one thing really well for all the content creators that do golf content. Or maybe to use a more realistic example, you're building some for one of the existing BitterClip customers is building content for weightlifting or like workout, something like that. Okay, that's a really good niche. Get really freaking good at that, so that guy goes and tells all his friends, like, oh man, it's so much easier. Maybe even get them to do some testimonial videos, even be up for sharing some revenue with them for anybody that that comes towards to you from that person. And I would probably, I know that one person solo founders are certainly possible, but it is a lot to deal with. I would probably, I mean, you see this in Y Combinator applications. Like there are some solo founders that get in and that percentage is higher, but it's still a low percentage. Like the vast majority are still two or more co-founders. So I'd probably look for something like that. That's Yeah, that feels like a very fundable kind of setup. Maybe I'll just repeat everything. So like there's a core customer has been identified. The product is sufficiently good at one thing. There is a like some type of vision to exploit a certain niche, at least to start with. And then, so there's a very short-term vision, and then there's a very long-term vision that gets the company into the multi-billion-dollar territory. And it does depend on the investors. You could find some smaller funds who are kind of okay with the like only the $1 billion range, but you know, good to have both sides of the strategy, like really short term and really long term, and the messy middle. You got to figure that out. Okay, what would make BitterClip worth an investor intro? I mean, an investor intro is usually contains a great blurb. So if you were asking me to introduce you to my investors at Upgraded, I would want to believe in you as a founder, like you're a really great guy. If any of my investors that I really respect are going to talk to you, they're going to talk to you and be like, oh, I think this person is cool. There's certainly something unique about him, or he's a very genuine person. Like, I want to introduce my investors to great people. That's like table stakes. The next one is I want to introduce them to companies that are going places that I believe in myself. And one way to show that is to show traction, or a great way to show that is traction. There are some investors, of course, that just want to invest in the people. Those are really early, and a lot of that space has been being taken up by incubators like Y Combinator, like Pair, their incubator, like H0, yeah, and more. Speedrun, ones like that. They're sucking up a lot of those really early deals by funding folks that are just right at the idea stage. So typically sending investor intros, there's like a pre-seed round, not a like a angel really early round, like a YC round. So you're typically talking about, I mean, the message is typically hey, this is my friend Michael. He's awesome. I've known him for 8 years. One of the most cracked AI developers I've ever met. He can definitely wield the force. And then it's your message from me. Hey, John, love to connect with your investor. Sounded like he would be a good fit when we chatted last time. As a reminder, I'm building BitterClip. BitterClip helps people producing content go from turn 1 hour video into 20 of the best clips and post them on social media instantly. The number of videos, the number of hour-long clips being turned into video, being turned into clips is growing exponentially over the past 5 years, and we're seeing it increase even more as more and more people have podcasts. So it's like, I built this. Here's what I built. The market is real and growing, and we have traction. By the way, I'm the right founder to build this type of thing. That's it. Like, the blurb is probably more important than a deck, because that's what gets you the conversation with the investor. For that to the investor either says no reply, which means not interested at all, or okay, I'll talk to him, or pass immediately. So yeah, I don't know. Traction being a really unique or being the right founder for this type of whatever you're working on. Okay, that's the investor intro. What do you say here? You say, what is BitterClip actually? I kind of took a pass at that a minute ago. Like, it's, yeah, turning video into clips. Maybe I could come back to it. Let me see if you have any other questions that I can answer quickly. Customer beat glamour. Your face is kind of in the way. Yep, I'll have to come back to that. So that's my video today, and hope it's useful. This feels like kind of like an outtake of what we would talk about off screen or off of the show, just you and I. So kind of fun to do it this way and get this into the show itself. 1 a.m. Gotta go to sleep.